The Philippines Justice Department's panel of prosecutors has concluded the hearings on the complaints filed by the PNP's Criminal Investigation and Detection Group and the families of the missing cockfighters against Atong Ang, Gretchen Barretto, and 60 others. The panel will review all submitted documents before releasing a decision on whether to dismiss the complaints or file charges in court. Margot Gonzales tells us more.
The cases of murder, kidnapping, and serious illegal detention, passport tampering, enforced disappearances, and 3 other complaints against Atong Ang, Gretchen Barretto, and 60 others in connection with the disappearance of several cockfighters have been submitted for resolution. This came after the complainants informed the panel during Tuesday's hearing that they would no longer file a reply to the counter-affidavits submitted by the respondents. Out of the 62 respondents, 56 were able to submit their counter-affidavits, including the Ang family and Gretchen Barretto. According to Prosecutor Charlie Guhit, the panel of prosecutors will thoroughly review all the submissions before releasing a decision or resolution on the complaints, whether to dismiss them or file the cases in court.
The panel will try to resolve the case as soon as possible within the period provided by the rules. So right now, wala pang specific date when are we going to issue the resolution for this case. Because there are a lot of documents submitted.
Atong Ang lawyers said that complainants have no credible evidence to prove Ang's guilt.
The evidences submitted do not have enough credibility, enough to establish what's called the quantum of evidence for prima facie case, with enough evidence to have a probable outcome of a guilty verdict.
In Ang's counter-affidavit, he requested that the complaints be returned to the PNP CIDG for a proper investigation to finally clear his name. However, according to Guhit,
Way forward is to resolve the case. So it's either dismissal ang case or for filing. If the case is dismissed, they can refile the same with the Department of Justice by submitting what are the documents lacking or testimonies of the witnesses that will be submitted in addition to the complaint. So ganun lang ang mangyayari. It's up to the complainants whether they will refer again the matter to the PNP or CIDG for the conduct of another investigation, assuming that the case will be dismissed. It would be absurd for the respondents when cases are dismissed to refer the matter for investigation. The complainants lang ang gagawa nun. It's not a respondent.
whistleblower Julie Patidongan, who is also a respondent in the complaints, submitted a sworn statement instead of a counter-affidavit. He believes that he will not be charged in court and expressed confidence in the DOJ's investigation.
Alam naman natin talaga lahat kung sino ang mastermind dito. Alam naman nila na hindi naman ako basta-basta lulutang ng ganito. Within 16 years ako kay Mr. Atong Ang kung wala akong pinanghawakan.
Meanwhile, the retrieval operations at Taal Lake are still ongoing. From July 10 to October 12, the Philippine Coast Guard has conducted 60 diving operations. According to DOJ spokesperson Polo Martinez, nearly 1,000 bones have been recovered, of which more than 800 are believed to be human remains. However, he said there are still no DNA results that can be used as evidence in the DOJ hearings on the complaints against Atong Ang and others.
Well, wala pa pong evidence sufficient to proceed. Hindi po fair statement to say na walang evidence totally. But again, for us to say kasi as of now that the evidence is sufficient na meron na talaga would be premature. And again, the department wants to make it clear that the assessment of the evidence will be based entirely on the panel of prosecutors. Okay, so unless they have issued a resolution, hindi po tayo pwede magsalita as of this moment.
For God and my beloved Philippines, this has been Margot Gonzales, SB9 News.